Hey gamers, welcome back to a brand new DSP video. This one is gonna be a doozy, obviously, for obvious reasons. Last night, he was watching the June the King documentary, and DSP decided he had enough, and he's gonna finally come clean about something that we already knew. So let's get into it.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm about to tell you the actual truth. However, there's still people who aren't going to believe it. There's still people who will never be satisfied no matter what I tell you. All right. They're going to say I lied. They're going to say this is bullshit. Right. And so this is only for those who actually are capable of like rational thought and considering the truth and things like that.
All right.
Okay? All right.
We'll consider the truth.
You already
guys.
know I have a history of spending money on mobile games. I've already admitted it. Okay? Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie. Literally, every time someone asked me about WWE spending money on mobile games, I've already admitted it. Okay? Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie.
Now, I gotta love DSP for this, right? He has June the King do this documentary about him, right? Correct? And instead of giving June some honesty here, he didn't tell him. He lied to June. So June, in a way, spread false information, technically, or mostly just not the full truth. And whatever. But it's probably to get people to watch his fucking dumbass react, whatever the fuck, right? His react to the June the King thing. But why didn't he just come out about this earlier and then like tell June as he was making the documentary, so that like it can be more factual? But no, he doesn't tell him, so the documentary just kind of paints him as a liar. And if no one watches this, they're just gonna think DSP's a liar. He's very smart, guys. He's a very smart little pig.
Literally, every time someone asked me about WWE champions, I lied. Every single fucking time. Because to me...
And you know what? The thing is, this is what's so stupid about this, too. He didn't want to tell Craig on the side-scrollers about this or whatever, then yelled at them for saying that he lied. And it's like... I guess technically it would be more sus, right? For him to, like, let it go. But he could also just not care, Like, if he just didn't respond or react to it or whatever, that would be different. Like, he should have just been like, oh yeah, some people won't, are gonna think I'm a liar, whatever. But instead, he acted offended by being called a liar as he was lying. Okay.
My personal spending, things I was doing off stream, was no one's business. Okay? And every time someone brought it up, I'm like, this is so stupid. This is dumb. You know what I'm saying?
No. No. You know what? Maybe Pig Go can help me. I try to look up other stuff and no luck. The champions. Let's see. This is gonna be a while because we gotta fight the algorithm. Okay, what about this? Will this give us...
There was another game called WWE Champions that was like, I want to say it was like early 2017 it came out. And I played it on and off casually over the course of that year, along with all the other mobile games that I was playing. I was playing Dragon Ball Characters card game as well. And I only played it casually. That was the game that I kind of like casually grinded in and just played on and off as a free-to-play game. And I stopped playing it because I lost interest in it. It's a gem breaker game where it's like playing what is it, like Candy Crush or whatever. But that was always the side game that I played. The other games were my major focus at the time. And by the way, I quit all of that stuff when Kat moved in 2018. I quit all mobile games. I don't play.
He quit all of them. Yeah, he dummy is saying it's stupid. Guys, it's stupid. What about this?
Then people said it was WWE Champions. People have come into the stream and said both. The bottom line is, it's ludicrously stupid. I've said a million times, no, this is not the case. It's not true. It's really dumb.
Okay, he did say it was really dumb. Okay, that's one point for the
TNA
pig.
World Title or the WWE Undisputed Championship from 2002.
Okay, that's about WWE. Oh shit.
Your account on the WWE Champions account. Obviously, this guy's trying to piss me off. And he also says that I spent $40,000 on the game. See, here's where you're wrong. I spent $400,000 on the game. Sure,
Yes.
Fucking idiot. Anyway.
Fucking idiot. Yes, that's how you respond to it. Like, it got more toxic.
Stop referencing
like,
WWE.
okay, you know what? He said it was stupid early on because that was early on. But as it went on, it got more and more toxic.
Champions today. Okay, dear dumb fuck, I don't play WWE Champions. Stop fucking spamming my stupid chat with nonsense when I'm trying to enjoy a game, you piece of shit.
I don't play WWE Champions. Fucking idiot mouse ruler. Okay, what about this?
Here we go. WWE Champions. Here you go. A fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot.
The meme you morons can't let go. You can go fuck off. Stupid idiot.
Oh, this was on Twitch, so never mind. You can come back on YouTube.
Well, that sucked. Namba was dead.
Yeah, stupid Namba.
Break for saying a WWE Champions meme. I didn't realize we're on zero tolerance today. I got off work. Is it possible to be unbanned? Well, I don't know why you're doing that stupid meme to begin with.
Yeah, the stupid meme. Why are you doing stupid memes? Stupid.
If someone says something about WWE Champions or something, I don't. It's the dumbest shit and it has no merit, so I don't care. But the problem is now when they're gonna
it has no merit. Actually, no. Let's hear that again. I quit too early.
If someone says something about WWE Champions or something, I don't. It's the dumbest shit and it has no merit, so I don't care. But the problem is now when they're gonna make it personal, because they will.
Oh.
And all it's gonna be like I said, it's a firing squad. The purpose of that show will not be to get answers or justifications or get to know me better. It's gonna be, let's put Phil under the firing squad so I can get views. That's why Rich wants me on his show. Or else he would say, instead of that, let's do an intelligent show where we're going to talk about all these different
I guarantee you, if DSP does get Rich on his show, it's going to be a firing squad for Rich because he really is weird towards Rich.
Topics. You've been around for a very long time. You're a lifelong gamer. You have expertise in arcades. You have expertise in the console histories in the last 13 years because you've covered everything.
Okay, now he's like, he wants to do a different kind of show. Okay.
Phil plays WWE Champions and he spends money on mobile games and blah, blah, blah. Like, what?
What?
The fuck does it have to do with anything? What are you even talking about? This is a conversation about a particular topic, and you are such a nut job. You interject yourself into the conversation and completely derail it with your conspiracy theory nut job bullshit. It's really
Nut
like people with the
job
tin hats
bullshit.
on. They're jumping out.
Tin hats.
You know the aliens, and you're fucking. Oh, did you know about QAnon conspiracies and all the vaccines?
Oh my god, dude! Let me bring up the vaccines. Holy
Makes you
shit!
go 4 arms. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Man, you're nuts.
You're nuts.
And these people are allowed to do this. They're allowed to act like that all over the internet. They're just fucking crazy, man.
They're crazy. Oh man.
They're out of their minds.
They're
And
crazy.
this is what I mean. It sucks because I can only sort out that crap enough where, like, for example, we don't want it on the streams, so we.
Okay. All right. You get the point with that. Okay. Oh man, does he do a zoom in on WWE Champions?
$40,000 on WWE Champions if you guys aren't supporting the streams. I totally don't need to pay bills and shit with my money. That's what I'm doing, according to the geniuses on the fucking internet. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I only was playing it, stupid. Like, and he's so matter of fact about it. Like, the lies weren't even that convincing. It's just like childish. He could say, you know, it would have been more believable. He's like, my name was Bilbo on WWE Champions, but no, he couldn't be that creative because then people would say that's not your account. Bleh.
And I just lied to get it out of the way. And I tried so.
It would have been like, the thing is that I don't like he kind of goes into the fact that he says, well, I didn't spend this much. They were saying I spent this amount, but I didn't with this account, man, or whatever the fuck. If that was the case, why not just say, yeah, I'm down from the rafters, but like I didn't spend that much money. Like, these things I have in the game are or from this and that or whatever. But he probably knew people could call him out and doubt him on it. But it also doesn't matter. He made it a big deal that it needed to be, and it's so stupid. This dude made it such a dumb controversy. It's kind of phenomenal.
So hard for so long to lie about it, to get people to just forget about it. But I forgot, well, not really forgot, but I definitely underestimated the anal nature.
This is so dumb, though. He says that he underestimated in 2017. My guy. You were telling us even back then how mentally obsessed we were. And how, like, oh, they swatted me and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, yeah, they wouldn't. Like, what? Okay.
Of these people who stalk me, all right? A couple things they outright got me on, like, for example, the Discord thing. I had no idea about any of that.
This is really stupid. Back then, when Discord used to be a good platform, you know what I mean? The numbers were in your face to show you your identification number or whatever the fuck. How did DSP look at that and not know that's what it is? Like, that's so stupid. The app literally tells you. It tells you everything you need to know. But this dude just can't comprehend technology, and he wonders why people call him a boomer. He acts like a boomer with technology. Ugh.
I was incredibly ignorant, okay, of all of it. I didn't know any of that shit. So I had no clue that they could, like, track a Discord versus, like, numbers on your name and shit like that.
How
so,
do you not
for
know
me,
that?
here's the thing. You really,
Whatever.
if you're a person who's coming to my stream and you just want to watch the content and have fun, do you want to hear about this shit? My fans did not care.
But this is the thing. I love that even now we still just do not understand how it looks to be like, guys, I need money to pay the bills, and then have a mobile game account that's a whale account. Like, he doesn't understand how that looks. To this day, Howard literally, like, spelled it out to him, and he didn't understand it. He was like, dude, I bought a BMW, so what? I leased it. But he doesn't, like, understand how that looks. Like, come on. Come on, man. Why are you like this?
About me playing WWE Champions. My fans did not care about any of that shit, all right? When I was doing a fundraiser for a week to pay taxes, yeah, that's literally what it was. Yeah, there was some misspeaking and things over time about exactly directly.
Oh, man, this is even hilarious. He's like, yeah, I did fundraisers. Yeah, I did misspeakings, guys. Again, we're not gonna, like, think how it looks altogether. Like, this dude really needs to be handheld through life like a fucking toddler. Like, he needs a bulletin board to say, okay, you said this, then this, then this. Now, what did that look all together, Phil? Can you tell us what picture this paints? And he's gonna have to, like, think pretty hard. You know, like, everyone, okay, you know, everyone is like, oh, Kat's stupid, she's autistic, whatever. But I sometimes wonder, maybe, like, between Kat and DSP, they both form a single lobe of a brain. You know, that's their brain power combined. Just a single lobe of a brain or whatever the fuck.
Where the money was going, but it was because I was kind of desperate for that week, you know. But the WWE Champions thing, 100%. Again, I just always lied about it because I thought it wasn't important. It was just something that my detractors were trying to do. Because again, they tried to get me time and time again over the years, so many times for stupid shit. That wasn't true.
If you go back and listen to him saying the trolls were trying to get me on stuff, he always said that we need to get him on stuff that was correct and, like, on point or whatever the fuck, but we'd always get stuff wrong. We always get stuff wrong! You know what? Actually, no, I'm gonna be super toxic as fucker, okay? Let's think about this for a bit, right? Remember the escort and what happened after it, where he just kept kind of holding it over our heads? Oh, guys, you said to have an escort and you were wrong about that. Every second of the day. Like, 5 years later or whatever the fuck, he still brings it up. And this fucker has the audacity to say, well, yeah, I was down from the rafters, but, like, you know, I'm sorry, Phil. Since you held the escort saga over our heads, I'm gonna hold this over your head until I decide not to anymore. You know, whatever. Maybe until the next time the detractors are wrong. Maybe. Probably not though, because regardless, he's still holding the escort saga over our heads. So I'm not gonna let this go. So yeah, bitch, suck it. And then, but this dude says like we have to be correct and this and that. We were right about the down from the rafters and all this. We had all this evidence. And he kept saying no, no, no. Then he brings it up and he's like, yeah, guys, but after this, it's over. Nah, bitch, no. How come it's over when you're caught in a lie, but when we're caught about spreading the escort saga, we don't hear the end of it? Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna keep talking about this until I die. I'm gonna be on my deathbed and I'm gonna say to whoever's there, to the one dude that's in my fucking funeral, and say, DSP was down from the rafters. That fucker is a scammer. And then I'll die. And then the guy's gonna sit there and then he's gonna bring it up in his own funeral.
Wasn't true. They had finally found one stupid little thing that they got me on, right? So I'm gonna tell you this the truth now. But again, many of you are not gonna believe it. I can't make you believe it.
And then he says this like, oh, you're not gonna believe it, man. I mean, like, is it the action itself that we're not gonna believe, or the fact that you're telling us that you lied? Like, this is like it kind of blows my mind. He wanted to admit this, but he didn't think I should have stuff that's a little bit more hard hitting to prove my point and all this stuff. Like, he doesn't want to prove what he's gonna tell you, like, in any meaningful way. Why? Why not? Correct?
And I'm gonna open up for the first time about this topic ever right now here tonight. And some of you, if this is it for you and you can't take it and you want to leave and you're not gonna come back, I can't stop you. All right, I can't.
Again, no one would care. It's really funny to me, right? His fans yelled at him saying, Phil, we don't care that you may be down from the rafters. We don't care that you waste the money we give you, blah, blah, blah. And he still refused to admit it to them. But when random other people, Aka, Kino Casino bring it up, and all this stuff and bullshit, he's more willing to admit it. He's more willing to admit it to randos than his own fucking fans. And you wanna know why? Because he's deathly afraid his own fans will turn on him. But since this new crowd came in and they're like, yeah, Phil, WWE Champions rocks, he's more willing to admit it. This dude is so fucking fake, and he's so scummy. He has no respect to his fans that stuck around, did not give a fuck about anything. And then this dude will sit there and say, oh, these other streamers, they lie to their audience all the time. I don't lie to you. This dude literally lied about WWE Champions. And he, every day, every waking moment, when he goes on these rants about how other streamers are liars and this and that, just remember, this dude lied about his WWE Champions account. And to this point, even if what he said is true, it doesn't matter. Because the dude is a liar and he spent years lying to you about an account. Like, that should not... And it's a double whammy because, again, this dude literally mocked other people for being liars. But then this dude is a liar, and it's like, well, it is what it is, man. And you'll have no empathy or sympathy for anyone else that's caught in a lie. Like, at all.
But for those who've been here through this journey with me, my 16 years as a content creator, this crazy month I just had of resurgence, you know, I would hope that the things that people have been saying to me are true. That you don't care about my past and the shit that I was doing, you know, that was stupid and bad. Because I admit it was stupid and bad, okay? All right, so, are you ready? Admission number 1. Yes, the They Call Me DSP account in WWE Champions is my account.
Isn't it funny that he doesn't say down from the rafters? Kind of sus, right? Am I right?
Okay?
Okay.
That's admission number 1. It is. It always was. Okay? Now, it was very stupid of me to name it. They call me DSP. You might say, why was he so dumb to name that account that? Because when I
Well, DSP is a very stupid person. Come on.
opened it in 2017 when the game launched, I didn't think anyone was going to ever give a fuck about my mobile game spending.
Again, just remember, like people were like stream sniping him before 2017, and he never once thought, if I use my name, like. And again, this dude went on and on about how people should like separate their social media accounts and this and that. And this dude made a WWE Champions account with his name. Okay.
I had already played games such as Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Supercard, WWE Supercard, and others as well. And like for me, it was like, who cares? Like, who would ever give a shit? I had already publicly posted and talked about playing those games, spending money on them and shit, right? So I never in my wildest dreams thought that it would ever blow up in the way that it did, okay? Fair enough. So what ended up happening was the game came out, 2017?
Again, he didn't notice that it would blow up because, again, we're just not looking at the big picture of him just saying, guys, I need money to pay my bills. I need money to pay my taxes. I need money for this. And then he's just wailing out in WWE Champions. He's not understanding how that looks. He never understands this. People have told that to him. Oh my god. People said that to his face about it. And he's like, it's my money, man. I can spend on whatever I want. I think he said that when Howard mentioned the BMW. And it's like, dude. Like, come on.
And I barely played it that hardcore, like the first year or so, I would say. It wasn't until the second year where the game actually got like redesigned to be more serious of a game. And so then it kind of warranted more time, more spending, etc. Well, I played it for what?
And again, this dude will go on and on about people who spend money on microtransactions in GTA Online, or just in video games in general, mock them, call them stupid, and all this other shit. Meanwhile, this dude was spending money in mobile games. Like, I can't get over these rants anymore. Like, listening to this really makes you really realize this dude is such a piece of shit. He's so fake and he's two-faced. And he's like, I'm the realest motherfucker on the internet. Then why is it bad when other people spend money in games for microtransactions, but it's okay for you to spend money in mobile games? And you could even argue it's worse that he spends money in mobile games because he set the precedent that the mobile game monetization is a good system. Think about it, because a lot of these things that followed suit in video games that had microtransactions came from mobile games. And he spends money in mobile games. And he always tells us, oh, you gotta spend, this and that. People spend money on shark cards. You're telling Rockstar to keep doing this. DSP, you spend money in mobile games. You're telling the game industry that this is a good model to monetize the audience with. And he falls for this all the time because this dude is a fucking peon. He has no self-control. Like, at all.
It came out in 2017. So I would say I played it for like 2.5 years. And I think about year 1 or 2, like a year in, 2 years in, it got, to the point where everyone wanted to form guilds and factions because big events were being based in the game around that. So that's when I joined my first faction. And I was, playing along with the faction. At the time, I was low. I wasn't, I didn't have a good account or anything. They were teaching me along the way on how to play the game and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And basically, after I don't remember. The time frame is going to be completely wrong in my head. I can't tell you times of anything because I don't know because I never tracked it. Eventually, after being with this group for a while, I became one of the leaders of the faction. Okay. So, and then I was with them probably a year more. Okay. And so, of course, there's going to be there was Discord, chats and things like that. There never was an issue with any of this. Never. And then all of a sudden, somehow, someone had discovered that there was a WWE champion's name of my name. And I guess what it is someone who had played the game, knew how the accounts worked or whatever, and they did money, and they said he spent thousands of dollars on the game, right? Based on some calculation that they had made. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what it is because I don't watch my detractors shit.
He doesn't know what it is.
And I'm not here to tell you I didn't spend money on the game.
During those clips I played a little bit, he said the amounts, by the way. Like, oh, 40,000, 400,000, blah, whatever. But I also don't think he knows the amounts he even spends. I'm telling you, I genuinely believe he just buys stuff in the mobile game and does not think about the accumulation of the amounts. Because again, these mobile games, they're not gonna tell you how much you spend. Of course not. They'll say, "Oh, this is like $2, man," and then you're like, "Oh, okay, it's just $2." You buy it. Then you're like, "Oh, I need that again. Oh, well, this is just $2. Buy it again." Like that. Like that's kind of the loop they probably put you in. And I don't know if it's $2, but it's probably like $5, whatever the fuck. I don't play fucking WWE Champions, obviously. But it's like, I'm assuming if it's microtransactions, they probably give you a small amount money-wise, and then before you know, you're just spending a lot. And over time, that amount adds up.
I absolutely have spent money on WWE Champions. Okay, a good amount of money on WWE Champions over the years. I'm here to fess on this, right? This is the big moment, correct?
Correct.
What ended up happening was, basically, my detractors, seeing that there was this name that said they call me DSP and had spent money in the game, went on this insane stalker spree, basically trying to get me like banned from the game. All right. What they found is that obviously,
I want to know why, because he was crying poor and like, I don't have money, and people are like, okay, well, he should not be playing this game, so let's get him out of the game. That's probably what they were thinking, probably. But again, he's not like thinking about how it looks to say, guys, I need money to pay my bills, and then just go around and pay his WWE Champions bill. Like, he's not understanding how that looks to people. And again, if he wants to argue that, well, it's insignificant to the amount of money I need for bills and yada, 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 he could argue that. And people could either take it or leave it. But he's just not going to argue that because people are going to respond to it. But again, maybe just don't talk about your bills. You know what I'm saying?
Of the game don't care that I have haters online. They don't give two fucks. So the attempt to like get to the company and shit, no one cared, right? So what they ended up doing is they started actually sending in clandestine people into the servers, like the Discord chat. You know what?
I'm going to look up what clandestine means. Kept secret or done secretively, especially because illicit. Okay, so I guess he's using it correctly. Anyway.
Of the clan that I was in, the faction I was in, to join and then start tracking conversations, trying to get all this information. Eventually what happened was, I guess...
Yeah, you want to know why they were doing that, though? Because he wouldn't say it's his account, so literally people did that to have evidence. You know, the thing DSP begs his detractors to bring. You gotta bring evidence! Show me that and this person you say I am! And then, like, they show it, and it's like, yeah, then they do that. Like, again, the name was They Call Me DSP, which was the name he used in other mobile games. And he's not even thinking that... And at the time, he didn't think that's even a reasonable, like, question. He's like, well, someone else thinks it's me, man. Like, dude, come on.
A detractor literally made shit up. They had made a fake Discord conversation between me and the actual guy who had, like, founded this faction I was in, that it was so weird. I can't even remember what it was, but basically it was, like, a fake conversation between me and this person saying that, like, he had agreed to do all kinds of favors and shit if I kept spending money on him. Like, it was a weird conversation, right? But basically, they doxed the guy. Like, they put it on Kiwi Farm. All right? So because the guy had gotten doxed, now it had escalated. It's not just, oh, they're trying to talk to the company to get my account, you know, kicked. They're not just having trolls join the server. They had doxed the leader of the faction I was in. And he confronted me about it. I'm like, dude, I have nothing to do with this. You know, it's messed up that it happened. I'm really sorry, but obviously I can't control these people for what they're doing or whatever. And all along, you know, I'm denying to the faction that I'm this streamer. I'm like, no, I'm not that streamer. That's not.
So, you know, he mocks. He said, like, guys, this Marl person pretended to be a girl for years to get mod ship and to get along with us, blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, this dude was LARPing as some other dude that wasn't DSP. And that's fine. That's not him overreacting or being silly at all.
That's not me. Okay?
That's not Reed.
Well, what ended up happening was, even though I had been in that faction for like 1-2 years, I don't remember the time frame again. I don't have that data. They kicked me from the faction. Okay? They outright just kicked me from the faction and said, fuck you, get out. Okay?
Get out.
So, after kicking me from the faction, now I'd already invested like 2 years into the game. And I didn't want all that time investment and money investment to go to waste. So I went around looking for other factions. And that's when you can see...
This dude is like a fucking addict. He's like a little crack addict. He's like, my dealer got arrested. I need to find someone else. I'm already deep into crack. I need more.
TJ Gamebox or whatever, who says that I joined his faction, right? And then all of a sudden my trolls were following me around from faction to faction, joining the faction as well, just to track, you know, information, to see how much money was being spent, to basically dox the other people in the faction. Okay? So I probably joined and got kicked out of 2-3 different factions as a result of this. Okay? Now,
okay.
Basically, after all that happening, I was fed up. And I was like, I wonder, is there a way around this? Is there a way that I could just like protect my identity in the game? Well, the game doesn't let you change your name. All right? So I did actually at one point, I reached out to the people who ran the game and I said, is there a way we could change my name so that no one would know that I'm this person? And then they stop harassing everyone around me? Because listen, I want to keep playing your game. I've invested time and money into it, but I can't. Everywhere I go, these people are harassing and doxing everywhere I'm involved in. So
again, I think it would have just been easier if he just moved on to a different game or just like found a different hobby.
The company, you know, who owns the game, who makes the game, said, yeah, we can see if we can change your name or whatever. Okay? So I can't remember the exact specifics of how it all went
Remember,
down.
guys, DSP doesn't like special treatment or other people getting special treatment, but this guy got a company to change his name for a mobile game. But fuck special treatment.
All right? But to make a long story short, they are so dumb.
Now get this. He's gonna tell you this, the company is dumb for doing this, but just listen to how the chain of events.
All right? I explained to them, you know, the timing of everything. Like, here's how you do it. What I will do is I will quit a faction that I'm in. All right? You change my name when I'm out of a faction. Now there's no way to track me because no one knows where I am. Then I could join a new faction. Okay? Great. They idiotically changed my name before the time we had agreed to.
Now, I got a question for Philip on this one. Why didn't he just, I don't know, leave a faction, then reach out to Scopely and ask to change his name? Why not do that? So, I as much as these two wants to say it's Scopely's fault and say that they're stupid for doing that, I think it's equally stupid for you to stay in a faction and then and try to get your name changed when you could have just left the faction and then sought that answer. Like, it doesn't make much sense to do it that way. Hello?
So everyone saw the name change. I was still in the faction. People were still tracking the account and they saw the name change. They fucked it up. All right? So at this point now, it's like, there's no way at all that I'm going to be able to play this game because everywhere I go and everything I do, these people are going to be tracking it or whatever. So after a series of months kind of laying low, I think like a month or two, I didn't even have a faction. And then I tried to join a couple other factions, and they kept following me around these factions to harass and troll and shit like that.
I was laying low a few months. I was in factions. Then I joined some factions, and the trolls followed me. So you did join factions then. Okay.
Eventually, I just gave up. And I said, I'm never going to be able to play this game ever again. But I've got a lot of shit invested in this game, okay? Now, I'm going to leave it at that for now. We're going to go back to there, all right? Some of the things that my detractors have said over the years are outright lies. For example, that whole story about the Line app, okay? That's false.
That's not a lie, though. Like that's not what a lie is. The trolls did not know you had a sponsorship and said, "Oh, use the lineup for this." They made the association because of the game you were playing and then assumed that you were using the lineup for that. Like, that's not how a lie works. A lie is when you know something and you don't say what you know or whatever. Like, guys, I'm actually Italian. Like, that's a lie. I'm not Italian. Thank God, I'm fucking Greek, bitch. I'm a Greek guy. I'm a Greek dude. I'm not Italian like this fucker.
Once I did register for Line app, okay? It had nothing to do with WWE Champions at all. All right? It
like,
actually
how are we
had
supposed
to
to know that?
And why would I lie? Right now, I'm all ready.
But the thing is, when people ask him about the Line app, he's like, Line app? What's line? Is it a shape? Line app. Huh? And he played so stupid. I think Hate Army might have a clip of him, like, not knowing what a line app is. And it was so, like, weird and not convincing at all. Like, it was kind of infuriating to think about.
I'm literally already telling you this. So why would I lie about this part? Okay? I never used Line app to play WWE Champions.
Actually, let's see if this can pull it up. Line app. Master delay. This sucks. Okay, I don't think it's gonna give us anything. No.
The Line app account was because I had a potential sponsorship opportunity lined up.
Wait, what? Now it's the funniest thing to come out of this. Like, I don't think a lot of people cared about this when he said it, but I cared. I cared. DSP, Philip P. Burnell. Why were you looking for a sponsorship? Why were you lining one up? I thought you don't do sponsorships. And you refuse to do a sponsorship because you're not a shill. Why were you looking for a sponsor? Huh? Wait a minute, Phil.
And basically, I found out basically when I started to research it, it was a scam. It was like a scam company who was going to fuck me basically somehow.
They were going to fuck him.
They wanted to communicate via...
But like... Why? And I love that this is like the second time that we known that DSP was falling for a scam. This dude, like, can fall for a lot of scams very easily. And he should be kind of scared that the scammers are getting smarter. Like, you know, the elderly now get phone calls from like people saying that they're their grandson and they need to get some money or they're gonna get their hands chopped off or whatever the fuck. Like they get those like calls now. But think about what it's gonna be like when he's a senior citizen and what people will do to get money from seniors. Like, it's gonna be kind of scary for Kat that she's gonna have to deal with like something DSP might do because he falls for scams so easily. This dude can like he's just a scammer's wet dream. This is the guy, like, marketers, corporations, they love him. This is their ideal customer. Scammers, they will also love him. This dude has no critical thinking. Like, it's kind of fucked up if you think about it. That this dude can fall for anything almost. But again, he lined up a sponsor. Why? I thought you're against sponsorships, Phil. Why were you doing this?
A line app. Now, I actually don't know if like it was a detractor or something. I have no clue.
A detractor?
All right? But yeah, it was fucked. It was like really fucked. Yeah, and basically,
scams, Phil?
the line app thing's bullshit. Okay, the line app thing's complete bullshit. On top of that, a lot of the shit that was said about WWE champions was outright lies. Okay, so for example, my detractors would go out and be like, Phil spent $2,000, $3,000 in a weekend or whatever on WWE champions.
I thought you didn't know the amounts.
They have no.
He just told us he didn't know the amounts, and now he says he knows the amounts that people are saying he spent. Okay.
No idea what they're talking about. Either they don't know how the game works, or they're purposefully overinflating numbers.
It's funny. TJ Gamebox said that he lowballs the estimates that he gets. The other thing is that he mentioned about the cat reveal. When he said like, oh, it wasn't a new cat. It was like, that's great, man. I got, that's what I said, man. That's so good, man. I said like, it wasn't a new cat. It was a cat. Oh my god. So why should we sit there and like give a fuck that the estimates are not accurate? Yeah, they could be less, maybe, but, you know, knowing these, they could be less by, like, $1 or a penny, even. Like, that's why I kind of don't give a fuck. Like, these estimates, it's whatever. They're just estimates. But as I said till the day I die about this fucking guy, it doesn't matter to me. He wastes money regardless. I don't care how much he spends. It's still a waste of money. He bought 2 fight sticks. The Hori when he got Street Fighter 5 and the Kwamba fight stick that he also did not need. He could have used that Hori fight stick before on his PS5, but he didn't want to, so then he ended up just buying another one or whatever, the Kwamba, because it was the Cadillac of fight sticks. He bought the expensive day 1 version of Mortal Kombat 1. He bought Street Fighter 6 like 3 times. Like, he wastes money anyway. And just spending money in a mobile game is arguably a waste of money. Especially when fucking mobile games suck a lot of the times. Like, again, I have played Skullgirls Mobile, guys. I have played that game. And it's actually more of a fighting game than fucking WWE Champions is, that's for sure. But I stopped playing it because I just wasn't getting enough, I wasn't getting good cards, and it led you to spend money. I'm like, I'm not doing this, fuck this. And the other thing is, like, since I'm in a family plan with my Apple devices, my brother would have to pay for it. I was like, I don't want to deal with this fucking shit. I just didn't want to do any of that, and I was like, I'll just play the fucking console game, where it has a voice story mode, and I can use a fight stick. Like, I'll just do that. I don't need to play the mobile game. And it kind of pissed me off that I was in an airplane and it's like, oh, you need a internet connection to play this game. I was like, okay, this kills it for me. And then I got Skullgirls on the Switch, and that was portable. Same with on the Steam Deck. So it's like I don't need Skullgirls Mobile anymore. That whole need is gone. The only thing I liked about it was it gave you an origin story to the characters, but I could just watch that on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. So everything that I wanted in that game is all gone and moot, so that's why I stopped playing it. But this guy played fucking W Champions, which I think is a waste of money, especially when it's a shitty game that's like comparable to Candy Crush.
You know, there were weekends, this is back then, you know, we're talking years ago, where I spent a couple $100s in a weekend on the game. Admit that. They would say I spent $1,200. Where are you getting that information from? Right?
Yeah, but
again, they could be.
They say 1,200, but like, do you think maybe that's an estimate of like within the month, within the week? Like, I don't know. I haven't like paid attention to, like, the WWE Champions account in years. Maybe last year was the last time I looked at it. But it's like, again, you spent money on the mobile game, and again, this dude gets butthurt about people spending money in GT Online. But to them, what if they only spend $5? What if it was $20? And this and that. But no, those people should be ashamed, and they're ruined, and they're holding gaming back. But this dude is spending even like hundreds. Even hundreds is a lot. Like, I'm sorry, DSP. Like, spending $100 on a game that's like Candy Crush is kind of insane. Hello?
Could be grossly exaggerating on purpose because they know there's no real way to verify this. If I say something, I'm publicly exposing myself, right? So it's bullshit. Every time they say that, oh, he spent this on the game, he spent that on the game, it's always wrong. In fact, what I can tell you is that in regards to the game, there are always ways to like score points in an event that's not spending. And a lot of the times what it is, it's based on previous spending. So let's say last month you spent some money and you got one of the good characters, the new character, you could use them in the next month, right? To score in that event. But they're saying, oh, the only way that we know how much he spent is because it's based on like coin pulls.
But you're literally spending money regardless. If we're gonna go with his argument, like, this is dumb, right? So he's saying that he spent 1 month, he spent good money on a character. He takes that character the next month to get another pull or whatever the fuck. But then you could also argue he could spend money on another pull as well, so he could have like two things going on and all this other stuff. Again, and even that aside, you're still spending money. Again, you're spending money in a fucking mobile game, dude. Hello?
So he must have pulled this many coins or this many loot pulls to get this many points in the event. That's not how the game works. But they claim it is. But that's not how the game works at all. So they grossly have always over-exaggerated the spending that I've done.
He should get TJ Gamebox on his little podcast. You know, and isn't it very funny, right? He's doing this the day before Craig is on his show. Very, very, very interesting, right? Correct?
In the game. Okay? Now, here's the part. Up to now, all right, all this kind of makes sense, right? Because it's kind of what my detractors have always said, all right? Now I'm going to tell you the part of the story absolutely nobody fucking knows whatsoever, all right? As of today, I don't have any control or ownership of that account anymore, all right?
As of today.
I sold it.
When did he sell it? Notice, you're going to notice very soon, he never says when. He might give like a vague time period, but he doesn't say when. Why don't you say when? Is it because you're afraid you're gonna lie again?
At the times when I was like desperate for money and shit was going down, I sold the account.
Oh, that's bullshit. That is a complete... see, the times when he was down, that's when he sold it, right? How much did you sell it for? A penny? Like, you spent a lot of money in that game, correct? So why did you sell it? Did you sell it for cheap? Why? And again, this dude didn't understand how Discord works. He didn't understand, like, someone said, like, on Twitter, he typed the URL, like, letter by letter, instead of just clicking the URL in the email to YouTube. And it's like, well, you don't know how to copy paste a link or whatever the fuck? Like, this dude is a complete boomer. And you're telling me he's tech savvy enough to sell an account. I kind of find that a bridge, like, I will say, to be kind of fair, maybe he did sell it, okay? He sold it. Yippee for him. Why didn't he just say that in the first place? Why was he being so sketchy about that? Because no one would believe him? He could just say he did, and then he could say, well, look, whatever. I mean, again, even the Down from the Raptors guy wasn't very forthcoming with the information. Again, there's a lot of, like, other holes with this story you can look into. And I could still argue it doesn't matter. Because he still lied to his audience for years about an account that he doesn't even own, supposedly. And also, it's against the rules of the game. So now he can definitely be kicked, correct?
You might say, well, how is that possible, right? Well, you may not think it's possible because technically you shouldn't be able to sell an account, but I actually just alluded to this on a stream the other day. And I was wondering if anyone was going to pick up on this, but no one seems to have picked up on it. Okay. So the reason I knew you could sell an account was because when I was really, on the original account, before I'd even changed my name, all right, there was another group in the game, and they were called like the Haven, all right? And they were one of the top factions in the game. And one of the leaders of the Haven was retiring from the game after like 2-3 years of playing it. And they announced this publicly, we're retiring or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he retires. He publicly announces he's retiring, yet his account is still active. It's still being used in events. People are fighting against this account in events. Like, wait a minute, the guy retired. He made a big public thing about it. So how the hell is his account still working? So people knew that basically...
What if he came out of retirement?
You could basically sell your account. Of course, there's no outright way to do it. So basically, I reached out and I found that there was a market for this. There's third-party resellers.
I love that this dude is saying that he did research for this, but okay. This dude tells you every day, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, but he found the time to sell his mobile game account to someone else. And again, you've seen podcasts where he's like, I didn't know this, what? Huh? And he doesn't know shit. Yet, but he can research this. This dude, it's so weird. I've never seen a dude be so hyper-fixated. Hyper-fixated, correct? You're noticing what I'm saying, right? Hyper-fixated? That on this mobile game. You watch the WWE Champion stream, and he's just, like, going through menus. He's like a fucking robot. He's just doing it. Every other game, he's like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Guys, you don't tell me what to do. I'm not playing the game. I'm going to stand still and do nothing. I'm holding you guys hostage until you tell me what to do. Whatever. All the time. There's no research on his own or anything. But WWE Champions, master player. He gets everything. He understands how the game works inside and out. And then anyone else wants to sell the account? Oh, he's on Google. He's using the internet. He's searching. He's researching. He's learning. Oh, a PC? How do I use the PC? Huh? What? I have to restart my modem? Huh? What's a modem? How is this guy real? He's 40 years old and he acts like he's fucking 80. And he grew up in the fucking caveman era. But when it comes to WWE Champions, he's the most savvy guy ever. It's like the part of his brain doesn't work for anything else but sweaty men JPEGs. Like, that just activates him. Like, you go to his WWE Champions, man, he's a different dude. Like, what happened in his life that's the case? Like, what happened? Like, I didn't start being a huge Guilty Gear fan until I started playing Strive more. And then I'm like, wow, this game actually fucking slaps. It has cool music. All this other shit. But at least I play other games. But this dude is like fixated on WWE specifically. Just WWE in general. And I said this in the last video or whatever. I have never seen a guy be so... Like, the way he's such a fan for WWE is so weird and, like, cringe, and it makes me just not want to like it and hate it. But I also understand there is some cool stuff from WWE. Like, I do, some of the moves is kind of cool. Like, that's what I liked about, like, No More Heroes, for example. Like, when Travis Touchdown uses wrestling moves, it's kind of cool. But it's like, it's in a thing I have no interest in. But this dude is like, I don't know what he likes about WWE that's like, what about WWE that makes you such a fan? Because I don't think it's the moves. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Whatever.
And what you do is you can give them certain criteria.
Because the other thing is, like, he started, like, he cancels WWE Network subscription, but he started reading about the plot points on Twitter, and it's like, is that how you interact with something you like? Like, that's like me, who I'm like, yeah, I decide not to buy Guilty Gear anymore, and I just read wikis about Guilty Gear. Like, is that a cool way to experience Guilty Gear? Like, no. Like, I would only do that if it's, like, for very, like, obtuse, obscure reasons. Like, if I want to know more about Jacko and, you know, I don't feel like the games cover it or whatever. But a lot of stuff, it's just supplemental. But this dude is getting, like, key plot points and stuff like that through Twitter. It's just weird.
And information about the game, login accounts and things that would give them ownership of the account. And you could give that to them for money. And I sold it. All right? That was a few years ago. So
a few years ago. Ah, yes. My favorite, which could be, in DSP's case, it could literally be 1 year. That's the thing that's, like, funny to me. If anyone else said a few years, you would think, okay, 5 years minimum. Like, that's what you think of anyone. If I said a few years ago, I is when I dropped Skullgirls Mobile. You'd probably believe me it was, like, years ago, or whatever. But when DSP says it, it could mean literally anything. It could be 1 year, 2 years, a month ago even. Like, it could be, like, clown numbers. Again, he didn't have Jasper for a year by the time he revealed Jasper. And he said that he wasn't a new cat. Like, what does that mean? He could have gotten it yesterday for all we know. Like, it's just semantics. This dude plays semantics like no one's business. And he's like, a few years ago, guys. Like, what's that supposed to mean? What are we supposed to glean from this? To this point, we need to know actual fucking dates. Think about it. When someone said, "Oh, hi, Down from the Rafters," like, okay, we're gonna look up at the banger clip. Oh, come on, Pig Go. This is a modern day reference. Okay, let's just go back here and type in okay, oh god, Pig Go. Oh my god. We gotta find the Animal Crossing video. Ah, yes, this gotta be it.
Down from the Rafters. Down from the Rafters. Great gameplay. I consider this the newest day. It's like one newest day. That's not a word. I've gone down from the rafters.
Down from the rafters. But why is he scared? He sold the account, correct? But he sold the account. I thought he sold the account. Why are you scared, Phil? I thought you sold it. So either maybe he's scared that I don't know. That, like, you know, this doesn't make sense. If you think about it, why is he scared? He sold the account. You'd think, right? You know what? Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole, right? If you sold something, let's say that you sold Down from the Rafters, you sold it. Yes, you are the one who was running that account. You sold it. And then your trolls were like, you were Down from the Rafters, right? You're that guy. You would be more like jumping up and down saying, it's not me, man. It's not me. You know what, guys? That they call me DSP account. I did change the name and then I sold it. I did sell the account, so it's not my account anymore. You think he'd just say that? Like, you'd think he'd be more willing to run to admit that. But instead, he just was like, down from the rafters? Now, I still kind of feel, to a degree maybe, that he was thinking that the dude was talking about hanging himself, you know? Because, you know, out of context, let's say you don't know this vortex, and someone says, I'm down from the rafters, I think you'd probably be like, but, again, it's the internet. And someone, like, said this, like, I don't know if you would elicit that kind of response anyway, you know? Like, I don't know.
This is great gameplay. I consider this the newest day. It's like one newest day. That's not a word. I've gone down from the rafters.
I've gone down from the rafters. See, I think the gone down part is what, like, scared him.
Okay.
But it's, like, internet anyway, so, you know? But he sold the account.
I consider this the newest day and I've gone down from the rafters. What?
What?
Okay. Thanks for the $1 tip. I have no fucking clue what you just said. Okay then. Just another weird message. I have no clue. I'm just gonna say okay. Nod. Okay. Thanks for the $1. All right. I'm looking for. There's no shells on this island. This sucks. I am a hammock's cool. At the very night, at least. In that regard, you know what I gotta do though.
Whatever. Okay. So this was what 2020. So you could argue. Okay.
I've gone down from the rafters.
Someone actually timestamped the banger. Wow. You know what? He gets a like. He gets a like.
I have not had any control over this account for years. That was the single worst thing I could have done. Because what I should have done, I should have just closed the account. Because if I just closed the account, even though people would have accused me of this for years and years, endlessly moving forward.
I love this too, saying he should have closed the account. Dude, you sold the account. Isn't it kind of the same difference? You sold it, and get this, right? He got, you know, the more I listen to this, like, again, when he was going this, it was like 1 a.m. my time, and I was just like, oh wow, he did like this and that. I was just like, wow, he lied and this and that. But now I'm like awake and I'm listening to this. This dude is so scummy. Like, again, it doesn't matter anymore. The fact that when you listen to this, he sounds way worse. Like, think about that, man. He sold during the low point of his career or whatever the fuck. But during that point, he was getting paid behind the scenes and then said that what he makes was on stream, blah, blah, blah. As he was selling stuff behind the scenes, getting money other ways. So you were just kind of like over-exaggerating your position then, right? Like, it's just really weird thing to say this.
Forward, all right? It would have kind of went away, right? But instead, I was like, man, I put so much time and money into this, right? I don't want to, I want to get something out of it, and I sold it like an idiot. And
but I don't quite get, again, dude. Selling it is the same difference of fucking closing it. It's no longer your account, correct? So if you just admitted you sold it, it would have just ended there. But since this dude was so dented and kept the meme going for as long as it did, it made this thing seem way more improbable. That is the DSP way. Is just lie, and then when you tell the truth, like, you know, okay, we're going. This is what I mean when I say DSP radicalizes you. When you listen to this guy, he always brings up the boy who cried wolf. Yeah, whatever. This is what happens. happens. He lied about like all this stuff, and then when he finally tells the truth, it's hard to believe it. And it's like, you know, and the thing that's the kicker of this, that's gonna drive people more insane about this is moving forward. If you bring this up, he'll yell at you and say, I covered it already, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, shut up, you piece of shit. You fucking lied for years, and you could have just dismissed it early on, and say you just decided to lie. And then, like, when you tell the truth, it's hard to believe it, and he's not gonna understand, he's not gonna empathize, or see that perspective. It's the thing he sees doing this is either you're gonna be disappointed and leave and not believe him, or you're gonna stick around and say, we love you, Phil, you can do no wrong. It's not that you can listen to this and say, well, Phil, how do we know you're telling the truth now? Like, how do we know that you sold it or whatever? But no, he's not gonna prove it. So again, what does this accomplish? It just accomplishes you asking more questions that he's gonna be annoyed about, and he's not gonna understand why that happens. He has no comprehension how anything works in life. Like, it just blows my mind. And this is like the kind of shit why I really think no one should give him other chances anymore. Like, as much as people are saying that Kinokatsu is doing some 4D trolling on this guy or whatever the fuck, he doesn't deserve it. He's getting all this extra money. He's getting all these other eyes on him that are just gonna end up being more dense for his wallet. Like, this is why people like him are dangerous. Like, any other scammer should be like laughed at and like just kind of kicked out or whatever. Yet DSP gets these people who are like who just want to continue the meme, but at whose expense? Like, it's funny, sure, that people are like giving him money and that's that. But this dude, it's just, I think at this extent is ridiculous. But this dude will just keep lying, and he'll just do it again and do it again and do it again, and it's just gonna be an endless cycle because he gets the similar fucking chances. He got a similar chance like this in the past. Whatever. Okay.
I hate that I did it now because now I literally have
now listen to this.
Time and money into this, right? Moving forward, all right, it would have kind of went away.
If he closed it, it would have went away.
But instead, I was like, man, I put so much time and money into this, right? I don't want to, I want to get something out of it, and I sold it like an.
Now he sold it to get something out of it like an idiot. That's such a weird thing to say. Like, it's stupid for you to make an account, like, wail out it, and then say, I don't want to use it anymore, I'm gonna sell it for money. Like, is it stupid? Does he feel stupid because he sold it for less than it's worth? Like, maybe, you know what's really funny? It could be that he saw, like, the amount of money he spent, and is like, I could have sold it for that much? Like, because this is the kind of cope he does all the time. Like, when he can't get something that he thinks he needs or should have had, he will say cope shit. And this is kind of coping that he could have sold it for more, but he sold it for less. So it could be that. But was he stupid for selling it? Like, I mean, again, it's not your account anymore. And you could have told us that years ago, and maybe more people would have believed you then. But the fact that he stuck with this, like, with this lie for years and years and years and years and years, like, it kind of makes people think a little bit more than either that they should or just enough to, like, be doubtful. Again, these people love planting seeds of doubt, but it goes two ways doing that. Like, come on.
Like an idiot. And I hate that I did it now because now I literally have no control over it at all. I can't show you, and like, for example, people will show the account. I literally can't, and I haven't
now listen to this.
Been able to for years because it's not my account anymore. I don't have ownership of it. I have nothing to show you to prove that, you know, they'd call me DSP, and then the names that change, you know, that last name was down for the Raptors. I can't show you anything. Okay? I mean, you got morons in the chat, really morons in the chat.
Spent years lying. People in chat, they're morons.
Show proof of sale.
Yeah. DSP, you had to have communicated with the person you sold it to, correct? Like, that you can't just sell something and like not have proof, you know? Whatever.
You really think right now I'm going to open up a PayPal account and show you anything? I'm going to open up a bank account and show you anything? You're an idiot.
Why not an email like you had with the dude, or just the like whatever.
No one would believe it anyway. They just say I
Oh,
photoshopped
okay.
it or you know what I mean?
Dude, they could say that about this story right now. Like it doesn't matter at this point. Just showing that would be more believable than fucking saying, "Trust me, bro, I sold it." At some point in time that I can't tell you, but I sold it, guys. Trust me, bro. Dude, we don't even know when you sold it. Again, when you first were told about the fucking down from the rafters, this is your response.
I've gone down from the rafters. Okay.
That's his response. Down from the rafters, okay?
But I mean, I lied about this. I lied about that, right? So it's this simple, all right? You can believe my story or you cannot, all right? Here's what I will tell you. I still have the game, all right? But I don't have it on that phone. I have it on my current phone.
Well, look how we now finally get to see clearly his new phone. Because, before this video, I was trying to find when was the last time he showed us his phone. Because there were, like, podcasts where, like, I guess this is a little homework assignment for you guys. If you want to do it, whatever. But find the last instance where he put his phone in front of the camera. Intentionally. Not the accident that he did when he got the PC or whatever, when he, like, looked at the shipping information or whatever the fuck. Not that. But the last time when he must have been talking about mobile games or something. Really, that is probably the last time when he had the iPhone. So I wonder if he cross-reference when he last did that and when he stopped doing that when he talked about mobile games. Because it was almost every time he talked about mobile games, he would show us his phone. And I know an iPhone, obviously, and I know it's a success because he said so in his weekend preview, and that stuck in my mind for some fucking weird reason. But he had the iPhone in the daily wrap. He had the iPhone then. That's for sure. I can tell you for a fact. And the other thing is you can obviously see is this has multiple lenses. The 6S had, I believe, either one lens, maybe two. I don't want to say one because I think they did the two lens with the 10. Maybe the 7 had the two lens, but I think it was the 10. I think the 10 had it. But I think the 6S had the one lens, maybe two, whatever. But that's what it that's what it was. This has like all these little lenses and this and that. So because that's the mandatory standard camera now for phones. But this is obviously a Droid phone. It might be a Samsung, maybe. I think we were saying it was a Galaxy, or whatever. But this came out in January. This phone he has right now, supposedly, came out in January of this year. So he got this phone relatively recently, as far as I'm to understand. So if we saw the iPhone in December, maybe that's when we last saw it, or maybe in January or whatever. So whenever he got this new, so what I'm getting at is either the moment he traded his iPhone for this phone or whatever, he either sold his phone, either he sold the 6S to the dude to play down from the rafters, or he just sold the account login information. I mean, it could be one of those two things. And then he got the new phone. So whenever he got this new phone is probably when he got rid of it. Because at this point, he was also telling us that he was still playing the game in his off time. Correct? Like, there's a lot of things that kind of make you scratch your head about this account. And this is kind of why it was really stupid of him to not announce when he sold the account or do this sooner rather than later, but instead he held off on it. And again, when he said a few years ago, I'm very skeptical of that. Because, again, he said Jasper wasn't a new cat when he showed it to us. I mean, sure, he was a brand spanking out of cellophane wrap at that point, but he didn't have it. He didn't have him for a year at that point. Secondly, he lied for a year that he had a girlfriend after he dumped Panda Lee. Then he lied about when he left for Connecticut. He didn't have Jasper, which is a lie because he told us he did have Jasper because he had a house sitter or whatever the fuck. Like, he tells us all this stuff all the time. So him saying, "Oh, I sold the account a few years ago," like, how is that believable? And how many is a few years? Like, it could be literally 1 year in pig time. Like, I kind of have a hard time believing that he didn't sell the account this year. I just don't. I don't believe it.
It's my personal account. That's a brand new account. Not brand new because I've been using it for a while. I've had this phone for a while. But you guys didn't know that because I never told you. This is not an iPhone. All right? I've had this phone for a while. And this is what I do everything on now for the business. And I have some mobile games on here. It's my personal shit. And it's my right to own my own personal shit. And if I want to play games and stuff on it, I fucking can.
No,
all right? That's my...
See, this dude belongs in a conserv... Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher the word. Conservatorship. Whatever. The thing that Britney Spears used to be on, and then she finally got out of it. He needs to be put on that. That thing was made specifically for Phil, and only Phil. I'm convinced when they made this thing, like, everyone else, it's like a form of abuse, and it's shitty, and it's terrible, whatever. But someone back in the day was like, Philip Burnell is going to be born, and he's going to be a terrible person with money, and a terrible human being. This thing is made for him, but no one ever exercised it onto him. Like, for some reason, his parents are sadly trusting of this guy. Sadly, unfortunately. And they didn't put him on one. He needs to be put on one. Phil Burnell, that thing was made for him specifically. Just him. No one else. I would not recommend it for anyone else but Phil.
That's my right. So, I've never had, well, I haven't had that account on an iPhone for a while. You know what I'm saying? It sucks because every time people call me out and I'm like, well, maybe I could prove, I can't prove it. I don't own it. I have no ownership over it. I have no way to do anything. And just to let you guys know, all right?
Now, again, when he was on the side scrollers, they asked him, why don't you show us your name? And this and that. He was like, I don't know. I got to check with my family. And it's like, what? Why don't you, then why not just, like, he just wanted a username in Discord. Like, that's all he needed. Okay.
I have an iPad from ages and ages and ages ago. All right? It didn't work. Last night, I plugged it in, I charged it to 100%.
I love this story. It didn't work. I plugged it in and charged it and turned it on. I thought it didn't work. How was it able to turn on?
I spent an hour trying to get back on the iPad. I got the iPad working. I said, holy shit, maybe if I use the old ass information, I'll have a back door into the...
And then listen to this. He wanted to get a back door into the account. You know, he could also have just tried logging in, you know? But I guess you could argue that the dude made a change his password so he could have logged in because the iPad would have, like, automatically logged him in, but if you change your password, it probably logs you out. Like, everything should, right?
Into the account. So I can bring it up tonight and show you guys on stream, here's the account, and it's not mine anymore.
But then, like, so, okay. This brings up another question. Let's say he did log into the account. Okay, Philip Burnell logged into the account. What would that show? How would that show it wasn't him? It would show the most current data, wouldn't it? Okay.
Anymore, but here it is. Guess what? The iPad is so outdated, it doesn't run
the thing that you could have also done, and this is, oh my god, dude, I'm just coming up with ideas. I would assume the dude who he sold it to, correct? Probably changed his password information and all this other stuff. He probably changed it. I'm assuming this game allows you to change your password. I'm assuming that. Why doesn't he just, I don't know, try to log in, and then it could say login attempt failed, and he could say, see guys, I can't log in, it's not me, I mean, sure, you could argue, well, he's intentionally putting false information, but what was he trying to accomplish by showing us the account, I wonder?
WWE Champions. You download the latest compatible version, and when you go to play it, the game just crashes endlessly. And it's not just that, it's every game. Like, I tried to open WWE Supercard, that crashes too. Like, every game fucking crashes. So, I couldn't get anything. You know what I'm saying? I have no way to corroborate what I'm saying, but here's the thing. If everything I just admitted, right? If the account was not mine all along, why would I have just admitted what I just admitted to you? I have no incentive. I would just.
This is the same logic he said about the size rules. If I was guilty, why would I stay there for 5 hours? Ah! The same kind of logic. DSP, a liar is very confident in what they're saying. I mean, sure, I guess you have a point, but it means nothing from you. Your word is so valueless. Like, I don't know what to say. It has no value, no merit. Again, this dude said, the trolls lied about the escort saga, so why would you believe them when they said about anything else? Ah! DSP lied about the WWE Champions account for years. Why believe him now, right? Like, dude, come on. Come on now, man.
Would just keep the story going that it's not my account. Okay? There was no reason for me to admit that. I'm admitting because it's the truth. It was my account.
It was.
I did spend on it. The trolls harassed me out of the game. And after years of that, I was like, fuck this. I'm just going to sell it. And I got rid of it. And now I regret it because if I had just closed it, this whole saga would have been over years and years.
It would have been over years and years ago if you told us when you sold it. Like, wouldn't that have more of an impact if he told us when he sold it instead of giving us like vague numbers? Years ago, months ago, whenever ago, years ago. Like, what does that mean? How are we supposed to gauge that from when you sold it versus when you were announced your name? Like, again, it could be very well a year ago when he sold it. It could have been a year ago. But he says years because it's plural and it's mysterious. We can't prove when. He knows that. And this dude is just giving us the trust me bro argument. Why would I be lying? I'm telling you the truth right now.
Years and years and years ago. But I fucked up. With that act of, oh, I want to get something out of this or whatever, So I'm fessing up to all of you now. All right? That this is the truth of the matter. You don't have to believe me, and I know many of you won't, but that's the truth of the story. That really happened. Now, in regards to all the other shit that's said right there about the bankruptcy and everything, I've had enough of that. I'm just going to put it this way, okay? Because this is what no one wants to actually, like, rationally consider in their fucking heads, all right?
All right.
So, I file for bankruptcy. I literally do everything I'm told by the bankruptcy attorney. Line by line, word for word. All my expenses, all my business, personal. It's all done. It's all correct, okay? We submit it. And what happens is once I submit it and people now know I've now filed for bankruptcy, okay? My trolls mass messaged the judge that you heard in that call.
No, because didn't he amend the documents before the 343 whatever the fuck meeting? I'm almost positive that the document was amended before that, because I that's what I remember, and you know, that's what I remember.
Call. They mass messaged that judge to tell her that I was committing bankruptcy fraud because I played WWE champions. Okay? Mass messaged her. It wasn't just a one or two. All right? She got ridiculous amounts of people contacting her saying, this guy plays WWE champions. He's committing bankruptcy fraud. All right? So,
Alright.
what you have no clue of, I've talked about this on streams before.
Then where did they classify the selling of the account? Shouldn't that be in the document? You should have gotten a little extra money. Like, where did this money come from, Phil?
But I'll now add it because this is the time to do it right now, right? In the react.
You know what? Dude, what if, guys, what if, right? The vest streak was funded by the dude who bought the account. What if, right? Like, you have my dad for the Raptors? Okay, I got it. Just give me $100 like twice a day during my streams, and then you'll have it by the end of the vest streak. And then the vest streak ended, and then he's like, okay, the account's now yours. It makes sense, dude. Think about it. This is during the vest streak, and he's like, down from the rafters? And it was at 122. Then, when it got to 200 or so, 273, whatever the fuck, when it ended, the account was no longer his. What if that's what happened? This is the dude paying for it. That's why you get a little extra to hit the goal. You know what I mean? He sold it to a fan.
After that call happened, the 341 call, all right? Basically, the judge contacted myself and my attorney and said, listen, we got a big problem, all right? Never before have I been getting this many notices and messages from people.
I think someone brought up today on Twitter that this never happened. What he's telling you never happened. It never did.
Saying, hey, this guy is basically a cheat and a scammer, and he's doing this and that.
You should go to jail.
We need to go over everything because we don't know what to believe or what not, and it's our due diligence to go over everything. I had so much difficulty to get that bankruptcy go through, all right? For example, what June just mentioned right there, he said in the bankruptcy documents, there was a thing for pets, and it said that I didn't own any pets, but I did. Everyone knew I owned Jasper. My trolls wrote the judge and said, he owns a cat. Here's all the video evidence of it. So the judge went back to my bankruptcy attorney and said, why don't you have Jasper listed in these documents? Now, I want you to think about this. Think about this. Letter of the law versus spirit of the law.
Oh my God.
The letter of the law is every single thing should be done exactly right at every moment.
Spirit away the movie,
but
right?
Spirit of the law is, in a bankruptcy, really what's going to happen? Is someone going to go after someone's personal cat as an asset in a bankruptcy? No, like, not unless it's like...
But this is dumb, though. You're putting stuff down, and then they'll value it, and then they could say, well, you know, like, this cat isn't worth shit. Whatever the fuck. But he's not a normal cat. He's declawed, Phil. What if that gives him some weird value?
An insanely rare cat that's worth $5 million. Jasper Kitty is a normal domestic cat.
You know, how does he know he's normal domestic tabby cat? What if he has a little special breed in him? He doesn't have the medical records. He never did a blood test, so he doesn't know. What if Jasper's actually a rare breed? Maybe, what if, guys, he's such a rare breed, he was never declawed. What if he was just born without claws? Because he's such a rare breed. What if? Right?
Tabby cat. The court's not going to go after my cat in a bankruptcy proceeding.
How would they know?
So,
but it was. How would they know that your cat has no value? Don't put it down. Whatever. Okay.
An oversight that my tax attorney made that she didn't list it originally in the documents. There was an addendum to what you saw there, where we had to go back and redo the documents and resubmit them to the
I think that this
judge to actually break out that I owned the domestic cat. We weren't able to go through the bankruptcy until we did that. Okay, there were several times we had to do that, where because the detractors looked at that document because it was public, they kept messaging the judge, "This is an error. This is an error. This is an error. This is an error." So we had to redo a whole bunch of shit.
Okay? Good. Yeah, you should redo.
We had a meeting that was so fucking long and arduous and tedious.
That
right?
meeting was for everyone, though.
We had to go through every line item.
Dude,
because
there were calls before him where people were like, well, like, I think one was talking about a yacht that a dude owned or whatever the fuck. Like, they do that for everyone who goes through a bankruptcy. DSP, you're not a little special little piggy who gets a meeting. You're not the first and you're not going to be the last.
Because did you hear what the judge said in that call? She said, I want all the statements, 6 months of statements of all of your PayPals and all of your bank accounts, right?
Yeah.
I want to see it all.
Yeah, because that's where all the money goes. DSP, you're going through a bankruptcy. You have a PayPal account, multiple by the way, and a bank account that constantly just move money around. Why would they not want to look at that for a bankruptcy? Or are they just gonna be like, who cares about PayPal? It's a newfangled website. I don't trust it. I'm not gonna look at that, Phil. Don't worry. We're just gonna look at your bank account. It's like this dude wanted to game the system. Like, he wanted them not to look at it. He did not want them to look at the PayPal. He just did not want it. This looks really weird. This face. Oh, man.
And we had to go through all of it. All of it. All right? Line by line. We went through every expense. I explained them all away. I had to explain the nature of my job. I had to explain the nature.
Yeah, you have to, Phil. Because who would file for bankruptcy? You know, like, you have to explain this stuff. I mean, I never went through a bankruptcy, but I'm assuming, like, I kind of would hope that the people that they're granting bankruptcies would have to explain their job, the money, and where the money goes, and all this other shit. Because it's not like you just submit a form saying, bankruptcy, please, and then I go, okay, you got it, buddy. Like, come on, man. Come on now, dog.
Nature of my business. I'd explain the nature of what WWE Champions was. I'd explain everything. This is not anything that people usually do in a bankruptcy. This was like the nightmare bankruptcy for me. Because
he never explained what WWE Champions was, though. He only brought up WWE Network.
It was so bad because the trolls interjected themselves so bad into it. All right? At the end of the day, right? When it was all said and done, and it took hours of going through this shit, right? The bankruptcy was granted. The judge says, everything you said looks good, makes sense. It's all correct. Bankruptcy granted.
Was all correct.
Okay? So,
they are correct.
If it was good enough for my bankruptcy attorney, if it was good enough for the judge,
all right,
in the case of my bankruptcy, if all the data was right according to them, because we went through all of it.
Okay, so then why does it matter what trolls think, right? Again, people could get bankruptcies and you could argue that maybe they don't deserve it. Whatever, you know, like... Okay.
Then what is wrong with the data? And it's funny because you could ask me, well, specifically, Phil, what is this line item and what was this expense? I don't know. All right? Literally all year I track my expenses of all kinds. Some of them are personal, some of them are business. I don't know. I track them all in like a big spreadsheet, and that goes to a tax attorney. And every year there's questions that shoot back at me, and I answer them all truthfully, and we do them. Okay?
He never wants like he doesn't have to be exact. I'll be a little fair and say, okay, he doesn't need to know exact amounts or whatever, but he, you know, like, oh my god, this brings up questions. He has a fucking Instagram post where he's like, I'm looking at expenses everywhere. It's that one Instagram post where he's like looking at the camera like this. And he's saying like how he is catching expenses left and right, doing his taxes. So he's doing that, but then saying he's just sending data to the attorney. Like, okay.
They're all done. So it's, you know what I'm saying? They're fine. There's no issue with my taxes. They're done properly. It was scrutinized by both a tax attorney.
Again, he says this, but he also spent money for the Connecticut tax guy, and then he did the taxes wrong. Now, I should maybe find the part where he's talking about the tax situation, because it is so funny. He's like, "Want to know the real story why I got the back taxes, it's because my trolls, they registered my house as a business. And this and that. And then, like, the government found out that way. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not what you said. You said that you were supposed to be spending that money, etc., etc., and then, like, the Connecticut tax guy was wrong because he said he wouldn't need to pay it. And again, I looked it up back then, and it said, the threshold was, like, a couple hundred, like 600, I don't know. So some threshold that they said. It's like, if you're doing that, you're making this amount of money, you're a business. And you gotta pay business tax on that if you're making money to this extent on your own, whatever the fuck. And he never, like, registered that. And then the IRS probably looked at that and was like, wait, you're getting all this money and you're not, like, saying you're a business or whatever, like. And then he spent years saying, my attorney said that he fucked up my taxes. So he spent years slandering a Connecticut tax attorney for not knowing, for something he didn't do, something his trolls did. I think he should apologize. He needs to apologize to his tax guy. Have him on the Level 1 podcast and apologize, Phil. Hi, tax guy. Over the years, I said you fucked me up, but in reality, it was the troll, so I'm sorry, sir. And then maybe he could be a regular guest.
Tax attorney, excuse me, by both a bankruptcy attorney and a bankruptcy judge. We went line by line through all of it, and they were okay with it. So there's no issue. You understand? There never was.
But there could also be people who just fall through the cracks, or, like, again, DSP is like a little guy. Like, I don't think the government's gonna be anal about one random citizen not classifying exactly any amount. Because again, like, they probably know no one wants to go through bankruptcy, so it's not like people are just, like, running to to go through it. And also and it's a whole other rigmarole. Rigmarole, man. So, I mean, he's probably just one of those lucky people. He's not, like, a big guy that's, like, a frequenter of scams or whatever.
It was an issue. This is something that's completely blown out of proportion by people who just don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I guess.
All right?
Not doing anything extreme with money.
Sorry. And that's,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not going to open up fucking financial documentation. I'm not going to open up my bank account. I'm not going to open up apps and fucking ledgers. You're not getting that.
He was going to, though.
All right? I want to know why.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. There's two reasons why. Because number one, if I were to open up all of that documentation, okay, show you line by line all of that shit, my detractors, who we have seen throughout the course of this documentary are insanely obsessed with me, would use it to destroy me. They would find shit in there ultimately that they could hone in on a company and stuff like that. For example, we didn't get to it yet. We're going to get to bank leaks and all of that shit. Okay, we're going to get to that shit. Where it's already shown that if they're given even a little piece of information, they could do shit with it. Okay? So, FYI, no, it's too much of a personal risk. You understand? It's too much of a personal risk for me to open up information like that to the internet. Now, there's the second reason why I'm not going to fucking show anything. Because it's none of anyone's fucking business.
DSP,
none.
Please type in your social security number. You know, actually, technically, doesn't matter. Did you know that everyone's social security number is got hacked? Everyone's. It was like a few weeks ago this happened. So I think you should just type it, get it over with. Just bring out his little card, show it to the camera, be like, this is my number. Look at it. It's a baller number, pretty cool. And then we can verify the accounts.
There's only certain parties who need to be involved who need to know this kind of stuff, right? Bankruptcy attorney, bankruptcy judge, tax attorney, IRS, who I file with every year. That's who needs the information. That's also who gets the information. And all the information is legal, true, and correct every single fucking time that I've done it. So it's none of anyone's business what it is, how it is broken down. Even I don't know because I don't do it. I pay professionals to do my stuff. That's the point. You pay professionals to do it right, to put the right stamp of approval on it, to make sure it's being done right. And I pay a lot of money to do it. I pay over $2,000 a year to get that shit done because I don't want to fuck it up at all. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying, man?
don't want to fuck it all up, right? So it's that simple. It's none of anyone's fucking business at all. People say, oh, well, you're a public figure. That's correct. It's still none of your business. What your business is your interaction with me on a stream every day. Whether it be we're talking, we're hanging out, I'm playing a video game, and you're watching my stream. Whether or not you're having a good time, if you like that, you support it or not. And that's it. That's where that relationship ends.
Fuck you.
You don't get to know
Pig
every
man.
possible thing about every piece of my life.
No, I do.
Understand what I'm saying? That's wild. That people think, well, now, because you had a bankruptcy, now you literally have to open up every document ever from your entire life. Every expense must be fucking accounted for. No, every expense does not have to be accounted for. All right? The people who need that information get it, and it's all correct. Every single fucking time, without fail. All right? So,
okay, sure.
I'm putting it to bed right now.
Without failing,
right?
the time that you're connecting text guy to your Texas, right? Why did you have to change text
been
guys?
Completely untruthful with the internet about this up to now, because I was hoping that eventually people would forget about it, it would go away. This is the one thing that the detractors have always had me on, because they know I can't show you evidence without putting myself at personal risk. I will not show you evidence because it will put myself at personal risk. You can believe what I just said or not. The truth is, if what I just said was untrue, why would I have admitted to it? Right?
Again, this argument is pointless. It's a pointless argument. It's the same argument he said about the side scrollers. If I was guilty, why was I there for 5 hours? Like, dude, if you're guilty on something and you want to be portrayed as innocent, you're not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, guys, I'm guilty. Fuck. Like, no, you're just gonna like try to convince them that you're innocent. Like, yeah, you admitted you're the account, but the evidence you're bringing up in the story just makes me ask more questions. And these are questions you're not gonna want to answer, because why doesn't he give us an exact year? Oh, I don't remember. I just know it was years ago. Oh, how very convenient, Phil. Oh, when did you get your new phone? We don't know. Like, we're not gonna know. But why can't he just tell us the year? 2 years? 1 year? 5 years? No, we don't get it. Instead, we get these like these obscure references, and then you get this, and this is in 2020. And he's like, guys, you just gotta believe me.
What do I have to gain? Nothing. I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut, right? But
what do I have to gain? You have people that will believe you. That's the gain. That people will believe you and not listen to the trolls. That's the gain. That you'll win over people's trust again by being honest. But again, this dude lied multiple times, not even about this. And again, he held the escort saga over every troll's heads, even those who didn't believe it. And now he's like, guys, you were right, but you know what? I'm being honest about it. DSP, fuck off.
But this is the truth of the matter.
This is the truth.
You understand?
Understand, bitch?
See what I'm saying?
Believe the king or die. Oh my god, what the fuck is that thumbnail? Why are my thumbnails fucked up now? Oh my god. Oh, disgusting. This is terrible. Why? I don't even want to know what that video is. Let's take a look at his,
What season with?
Did he upload anything different? Anything new? I like how this gets the DSP X Keem. This one is Stuttering Craig appears on Level 1 podcast. Let's hash this out. And again, isn't it funny? The day before Craig joins, he wants to confess the WWE Champions thing. Because deep down, DSP probably feels that Craig is going to try again to expose him for WWE Champions. And Deep's like, I'm gonna get ahead of this and do this thing. But this is like, it's bullshit, because Craig is just a grifter anyway, so he's just doing this for attention. This is like fucking lame. This whole thing is lame. This whole channel is lame, man. Oh man, but look at all this shit. All these banger streams. But like, yeah, that's all this is gonna be, just a puff piece, and this is gonna be nonsense. I have no expectations for it, because, yeah. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, now I remember. He. Oh my god, you know what? I think we can find because he clipped it. These thumbnails are awful. This one especially. Look at this. Terrible. Why doesn't he just fucking like go away? And look at these other thumbnails. We have this one making a weird face again, guys. He does not make clown faces in his thumbnails. Then he has like this one where not this one, this one again. Oh my god, and this one. What the fuck? Detractor extorts DSP and oh, he changed it. You know what's funny? Hilarious even. That being said, called him out for stealing his thumbnail. And guess what? He changed the thumbnail after being called out. Isn't that funny? I think it's funny. But let's keep scrolling. Decompression. Man, come on. Where is it? Oh my god. More clown faces. More clown faces! Let's see. Is it this? Oh no, it's this one, thank god.
Or great stream. Last night, I was on the Kino Casino show, and it went horrible. Those guys were terrible. They treated me awfully. This actually was a good show because it was entertaining, because instead of just asking me a bunch of intrusive, fucked up questions for no good reason, they actually had real conversations with me. They asked me about my takes on stuff. They asked me about other, things in the industry, gaming, right? They asked me about my history as a YouTuber. Of course, they asked me about my detractors and stuff. They asked me about everything. And the thing was, it was a great appearance because not only was it that, but we also went and we watched clips. And I don't know about part of the show, detractor sideshow interview, so that they could get a ton of money out of my detractors because they were greedy fucks. Supposed to be. And then they turned it into this fucking 3-ring circus detractor sideshow interview so that they could get a ton of money.
And these also lied about the emails Craig sent him. So if Craig does not call him out on those emails, he's a cuck. He's a mega cuck. He's like, dude, come on.
Out of my detractors because they were greedy fucks.
Fucks.
If they had just been fair with their intentions, it would have been fine. But instead, they turned it into a way for them to make tons of money over these months because they wanted to be toxic. And that pisses me off because that was supposed to be an opportunity for me to have an interview where I could clear the air and people were supposed to be objective rather than subjective. And instead, because themselves comes out and says, oh, I don't believe the person we just interviewed. That's of course.
Was this dude hoping that they were gonna say like, I trust Phil. Phil's right. Yeah, we love Phil. And then that was gonna kill the WWE Champions meme? But then why not just give him the username? Why not tell him there that they sold it? Why? But then this dude goes on, and then he's like, they don't believe me. Guys, I lied to them. I lied for years, saying it wasn't me. It's not true. They don't believe me, huh? Okay, very cool, man.
Going to have a negative impact on the person. How the fuck they didn't understand that? That would be like if Barbara Walters, in all of her epic old interviews, she used to get all these exclusive, huge interviews for TV.
Oh, Barbara Walters.
Imagine Barbara Walters interviews someone who's a hot topic, a world leader, or a celebrity.
Oh my god,
this is great.
This is even funnier after the fact. Because, obviously world leaders are gonna lie and all this other stuff, correct? So, she would interview someone and say, I don't believe them. And then you find out that they were lying anyway. Who's gonna be at fault there? Barbara Walters for not believing them, or the person who's lying?
supposedly objective interview with hard-hitting questions. At the end of the interview, you're supposed to judge for yourself what you believe or don't believe. But imagine if, not even 24 hours after the interview, she came on a show the next day and said, man, that guy I interviewed yesterday was a real piece of shit. He answered everything with a huge lie. I don't believe a word he says. So now the entire interview is skewed one way, and no one's able to objectively decide for themselves.
Yeah, but the objective side of what DSP was offering was nothing. And then on top of that, guess what, guys? He was lying. Again, who comes out the winner? Adam for not believing DSP or DSP? I mean, like, dude, come on. Come on. Like, it would have been more of an own if DSP said on the side source, I sold the account. And then, like, and again, but this dude was so fixated on, they wanted me to confess, and they wanted me to do this on the show, man. But it's like, dude, you saying yes or no is a win-win for them, regardless. And it'll be a win for you if you admit to it. Because they were gonna bet for you, dumbass. But he couldn't even do that. He couldn't even say he sold it. And then, like, because if he said that, oh, I sold it, he could double down on it still and say, I did sell it, you know? And that's that, but he couldn't do that. But he lied. And then guess what? Guess who looked stupid? DSP. And he can't really complain anymore about people not trusting him or people think that he's lying. He can't. He factually can't.
What they think because you were the interviewer and you now have a formulated opinion. You can't do that. That's called hack journalism. That's called a targeted attack, a bait and switch. That's exactly what happened with me with side scrollers last year, and they used that to propel themselves to some kind of popularity. All right. So now that I've actually had a fair chance to appear on a show, I'd like to tell Craig and the side scrollers, go fuck yourselves, you disingenuous pieces of human fucking shit.
I'm so glad Craig is going back to DSP and the Level 1 podcast today as I'm recording this. Like, you know, if I was told by someone that I was the piece of shit and to fuck off and to suck Melanie Mac, I'd probably be like, nah. And then if you tried to reach out to me to get him on my show, I would fucking shame him. I would say, guys, this dude who said that I should fuck off is trying to get me on their show, and they're doing all this stuff. Get a load of this fucker. He says this to me, and now he's crawling, begging me to be on his show. What a pathetic little baby. I would shame him for life for that. I don't care if I you know, I don't care. Like, even if Craig like owns Phil or whatever the fuck, dude, I don't give a fuck. He said this and lied to me. I would take that and just kind of go off on it. But it's also doubly funny for DSP that he's telling them that they're grifters and like that they use his attention to get money, and then he lets them on his show. So what if Craig like? And it kind of makes me wonder, correct? That DSP could definitely be super duper nice to Craig so that Craig has nothing to like shit on DSP for. It's gonna be weird as fuck and whatever. But it's just lame. It's just lame. Whatever.
I hope you fucking flush yourselves down the toilet and never
flush yourselves down the toilet, Craig.
That you live in with your drama politics show that no one gives two fucks about. All right? Why don't you go fucking suck on Melody Mac or whatever the fuck the new hot topic is today with your bullshit drama? No one gives a fuck about you and you'll never be relevant. Now fucking choke on it.
Choke on it. Now come on my show and talk to me and love me. And we're gonna hash it out, fucker. Fuck you, bitch. Hope you choke on it. But come on my show and talk about it. Okay. Alright. Man, what is the... I watched June the King's documentary and I don't know what it did to my algorithm. Like, look at this. I mean, I can understand the June videos showing up, but I'm getting other weird videos that I've never seen, like Moon. Like, what? Huh? I gotta, like, find something to rebalance my algorithm. I need to rebalance the algorithm. Alright, everyone. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And understand, the meaning of life after this video. Guys, to our video. We're so fucking back. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Time to skedaddle on out of here.
Bye.